All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, traders. How the hell are we? Great, Lottie. The stream is way more chill. The market is way slower as well. That's why. So, welcome to the Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. Tuesday evening stream, the Asia Open. I took one short right here. Played off beautifully. You might notice something different about my chart today. Chuck, what do you think about that? Would you look at it? I shorted it and it worked out perfectly. So what you're looking at is price deviations based on the RSI framework. So statistically, based on price, these are our one standard deviation bands. Very similar to VWAP, very similar to value area high, value area low on the volume profile. Same concepts. Same concepts as this. So we've taken this down here and we've laid it onto the chart. So we're going to test it for a little bit and see how it goes. The initial testing is enticing, though. So it's not available for the public yet. The good news is that it's going to be included in the VWAP Wave System indicator. So if you have the toolkit, you will have access to it as soon as we roll it out, which will be in the near future. It's not going to be an extra fee. It's not going to be an add-on. You're not going to have to buy it separately. We are going to include it. No, correct. No. There were quite a bit of development costs in putting this one together. So it won't be free. But it will be included in the toolkit. But this will still stay free, JP. So this isn't going anywhere. This will remain free for everybody. And I will not change that at any time in the future. You have my word that this will always stay free. So the initial idea here, guys, is it's more of a mean reversion style tool. So we get to, if you think of it as a normal distribution or a bell curve, a bulk of the price action takes place between the bands, right? This is kind of our 70% zone. So when we head into the bands, this is the statistical outlier area, and the probabilities at that point favor a mean reversion trade, a fade. So it's really cool. This has been something that we've been working on for a couple of months now. And they finally got me a working prototype based on what I wanted. So it's here, and I'm going to trade with it live. every day, and we're going to see how it goes. So this isn't an oscillator, so to speak, but this will still work. It's not going to line up exactly with the RSI candles. It's a little more proprietary than what's offered down here. This goes a little further and a little deeper than the RSI, adaptive RSI. This is, I don't know what that is. That's Clark. That's not my tool. This is my indicator. This is the VWAP Wave RSI. So we don't know what that is. Oh, gotcha. And I guess, RSI is, technically it's an oscillator because it is range bound. But it's a little more of an adaptive play because there is a price discovery zone. So not a whole lot of us for us to do here. I already traded this short and it worked well. You have to look really close for the slice. So you can see it's a little different because it's taking more into account the upward movement holding as opposed to the RSI on the bottom is now trading back into balance. However, the band on the chart is actually moving up. It's up now by 56. So these are considered deviations on price over the look back period, which is 14, which is roughly around the last half hour of price action. So it's all statistically based on 1 sigma deviation on price. So we'll see. I will be trading it. We'll be seeing how the setups work. Yeah, it does seem like a bit of a return to value play, doesn't it? We hit the band. We back tested monthly. Now back to VWAP at 25. And then maybe back down to IB high. Does that mean you're negative $57.96, Russ? Let's take a look at it on gold, shall we? So when it lines up with structure, it seems really powerful. And now once it breaks the band, right? So this is price discovery. It's trading beneath the band. Then we got the return to value. Bought, sold. A little excess price here, back in. Price discovery here, return. Sell, sell, sell. Looks pretty darn good on gold, doesn't it? I'm actually still short NQ here. Go back in. About 5 points. Got an order down at VWAP. Which looks like it's about to hit. So we'll see. That was pretty close. Sell, sell, buy, buy. Almost a sell. If we come down here, look good. I wouldn't say so. I would say the bigger node is below where you see that dotted red line. That's just a little divot. You want to look at the bigger structure, not just pull out little. Yeah. So the IB is generally the low volume node, the bigger low volume node. So this is an adaptation from the RSI tool. It's built on the framework. It's a little more elaborate. It's going to be included in the toolkit when it's released. It's not released yet, but it will be in the toolkit. And it's price wave deviations, we're calling it. So it's all based on distributions. 70% of trading of price takes between the bands. So it's a mean reversion. Obviously, if we're trading above or below, that's an extreme move. What do you I forget why you won the prize. Right. I vaguely remember. Oh, right. Even though I told you before. Sneaky Ray. Sneaky. Chuck was nice enough to remind me because I forget everything. I have an uncanny ability to forget things, which is actually really quite nice. It serves me in a lot of ways. And Chuck has a uncanny ability to remember things. It's like an elephant. Isn't that right, Chuck? It's been really today. It was really clean. So like there's areas where it does break, right? So we would consider this an extreme move or price discovery. So a big outlier on the price. So you'd wait for price to come back into the bands for the return to value trade. Maybe you get stopped out here, right? It just didn't work. But overwhelmingly, boom, 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 boom. Pretty much called the top on every move there. This is overnight action. This is once we were in balance. So we had there. This one was a little murky. There. Then we had a break here and a return there. There. It does. I know it does. I'm really excited about it. Let's go back to the day prior. So we got here, 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 here. That was about it. It should work on any of them, Russ. Anything that has relatively stable price action because it's based on statistics and deviations. So when you get like small caps that can go like 300% in one direction, obviously that wouldn't be a good instrument for it because the deviations are going to be so extreme, you know, like 6 sigma or whatever it is. So this is based on deviations from the mean, essentially. As a nerd, you probably really appreciate that. So this day, not a lot of great. I mean, the signals we got were good. There, almost there, there, almost there, and there. Everything worked. Let's go back to the day before that. Okay, so this is like an extreme day, right? So the long worked out of the open. This is where we had a break, right? So we traded above it, right? And then we kind of rode it a little bit. So this is like an extreme trend day. This is where we just went up for like an hour and a half. So days like that are going to be a little tougher, obviously. Then that worked. Yeah, I mean, it's mean reversion. So yes, it would be similar to second band, but it's a completely different statistical number. So if by, you know, it being mean reversion, then yes. But for anybody that knows me, what is my favorite kind of trade? What do I do the best on? For anybody that knows me, I've made most of my money on mean reversion, not continuation or trending. So this kind of stuff I love. So we'll see. It doesn't give a ton of, it's not like, you know, it gives like a gazillion of these, right? It looks like we get a handful every session. And the ones that don't work clearly aren't working. And the ones that do work are pretty mitigated. So we'll see. I think if we can align it with structure, right? When it lines up with our setups, even better. Yeah, nice short. Nice trade, JP. See if we come back into 25,000. What happened this morning, JP? Short? I took this short, not on ES, like right off of lower band here. Yeah, short I warned about. That was the short, the failed breakdown short. Trapped a lot of shorts down there. I have no doubt about it. I know it. I could feel it. I could see it. Been there so many times. Yeah, it works. Are you sure you don't want to turn this into a psychological trading coaching session? Not in the mood? You know, I'm game. I could talk to him blue in the face about trader psychology. You've seen me do it. Short's still working. If you're patient, looks like we're going to go down to that IB high. There it goes. Awesome. Great to hear, Robert. Right back to this IB high. So I guess we'll look for longs down here. Kind of lines up with supply area and weekly upper band, doesn't it? So we'll watch this area. Right around 25,000. What do you mean prints of green? Green candle? No, I don't care if it prints a green candle. Yep. This is Jesse. This is an adaptation on the RSI wave tool. Price deviations. It's a prototype. It's not available yet. I'll be trading with it for the next couple of sessions, week or two. Pretty damn accurate, Snow. When it breaks generally pretty hard. So you're kind of pretty obviously wrong. Like here. We trade beneath it completely. And when it works, so it generally works in the general vicinity pretty well. So we're going to watch it, Jesse, for the next couple of sessions. Back testing looks really good. We'll forward test it now. So I'll be trading live with it for the next, at least for the next week. Yep. So there's the fade value or extreme setup, right? And then we're going to have a return to value setup. I don't think we're going to do like a price discovery setup on it. You can try, right? So when it's trading outside the bands, that would be a PDC or a momentum trade. So it's going to be included in the toolkits now. But what it's going to be called is price wave deviations. Price wave deviations. Because it's based on statistical deviations on price, on the price action. Okay, so it's got to go up to 66. Well, we're back at the low volume node here. I don't know if I'd want to short this again. Guardrail. I like that. How about war zone? War zone. What's DMZ? How does everybody else get that joke and I don't? DMZ. Drysdale. Something zones. I feel stupid. Oh, I get it. I don't know why I didn't get it. I didn't put the dots together on that so fast. I'm a little slow tonight, I guess. Yeah, I know what I know what it is. I just wasn't as familiar with the acronym. Did not pop into my head. Gotcha. Seems like half of this community is in IT. Snow. All right, Logger. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see if we get up here. So right now, the zone is 78 to 68. So it's about a 10-point zone up here. Can't seem to get past this LVN though. So it would be cool if it broke, went here, short it, back to the LVN. You can grab 15 points that way. And you can, pretty sure you can add an alert. Going for it. It is way worse. So Jesse's saying I traded on a cash account for the first time today, used a payout to fund it, and God, it's way worse mentally. Yep. So what did you trade and what size did you trade? When did you trade? Tell us a little bit about what you did, Jesse. A lot of people think that it'll be easier because you don't have all the rules of the prop firm. But hey, losing $1,000 or $100 in cash is way different than losing a $50 eval. But you'll lose way more than $100. All right, it's coming. What do you guys think? We're going to try it. 64. Pretty darn close. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll start with 1. Yeah, 1 at 59 and a quarter. Room to average in. Build a little bit of a short position here. Working so far. Look at that. Too shabby. Well, would you look at that? Did you guys look at it? Crazy. That worked really well. All right, I closed it here because this is obviously a LVN and a PDC long here, so I closed it, but that worked well. David looked at it, couldn't believe his eyes. And there it goes, bounced right off that LVN, right? So that was our price discovery continuation long. Nice. Now it's coming back into it. I don't want to take it so close here, but I might start to average in a little bit for scalps. See how hard it makes it. So I started another little short here at 64.5. It's about 2 points from the high there. Oops. Okay, let's see what happens as it travels into this area. Now, if it breaks and starts trading outside of it, it's got to be cut. But this area is still good to short. We're still in good shape here. We are in the DMZ. We are. So my average price is 66.25 currently. I have 3 micros at 66.25. Probably add again. Probably right around here. Right here. Okay. So now my average is 69. Down $50 right here, $40. 60 something. So then I could do a little bit of this. Any of these get filled. And we wait. I'll probably put a stop at the top of that now. If it makes new highs, I'm out for a $75 loss. Just a pretty tight stop. It's only about 6 points. Oh, that's right. I forgot. 8 p.m. I might want to close this. I'm going to close the stop, actually. I'm going to give it a little more room. I like the idea of the 8 a.m. open. A little flushacito before it goes higher. JP's with me. There we go. There we go. Who's coming with me, JP? Well, I am in the green down here. Not by much, but I'm in the green. Continues to fade a little bit. Beautiful. Did you look at it? Yep, I'm short. That I am, Lottie. That's two that have worked so far. This one was a little, overshoot, but it still worked. If you can layer into it smart and patiently. My entry is 71.5 now. Boom. All right. Well, that went well. Back to upper standard deviation, you think? Maybe. We'll see. Who took that trade with us, guys? Put a W in the chat if you tried taking it. Interested to see who took it. Nice. JP's at break even right here. Well, it's a good trade so far. My entry is up at 71 now. I did scale out quite a bit. Oh, Tokyo's getting ready. I'm stopping out of the last piece. All right, Scott. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm stopping out of the last piece. If it comes back. Hasn't stopped me out yet. Could always reposition. Okay, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Tokyo. Tokyo Thunder or Tokyo Flush? Tokyo Nothing Burger. Tokyo Flush. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. We're going to keep watching this new tool that we're testing here. We'll see how it goes this week. I'll keep you guys updated. We'll do some back testing. It'll be interesting. We'll glean some new data. So have a wonderful night, guys. Thanks for joining me this evening. If you're going to keep trading Asia, manage your risk, stay sharp. You can head on over to one of the group trading channels. Share your mic, share your screens, collaborate. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the New York Open, 9:30 a.m. Chris and Chuck show. See you guys there. Have a wonderful night, guys. Thanks for joining me.